Today we're going to discuss 5 tips before moving to the UK for international students. There are a lot of you that reach out to me here in the comments and on LinkedIn asking me about advice before even moving to the UK as international students. By international, I refer to anyone that comes from a foreign country. I have a lot of people that contact me from Africa or from Asia, mostly. And this advice is tailored for you and for anyone that decided to move to the UK to study. Tip number 1 is understand the different types of visa. When you come to the UK as a student, you're usually on a student visa, and that student visa is given to you for the length of your studies. When I came to the UK, I did a 1-year master's degree, and it was given to me for that time period. And after you graduate, you go into the graduate visa. What you should be aware of as a student, you can only work 20 hours on the side legally, which means that you will study and you can do 20 hours of part-time work, whether it's with a company directly or doing some part-time jobs on the side. And what I would also recommend is to try and do some freelancing, especially if you do something that you can provide the service online. So why don't you get that experience there, build trust, and make some money as well. But it's very important to understand the different visa structures and your path from A to Z. Something to be aware of is that the graduate visa, which gives you the ability to work, have internships, start a business, do freelancing, anything basically, is only given after you graduate, and it usually lasts for 2 years. The thing that you should be aware of is after those 2 years finished, there are different options. You're either gonna get a job with a company that will sponsor you, which means they will pay for a skilled worker visa for you, or you will start your own business, or maybe you're gonna get married and find a spouse. You need to be aware of these things because a lot of people, they come here, they think that 2 years is a long period of time. Then they find themselves really tricked by the time, and a lot of companies, they don't even want to hire people that have 6 months or less on their visa. So that's something that I want to put in here so that you're aware of. Tip number 2 is part-time jobs, opportunities, and freelance. So before coming to the UK, I went through an agency that helped me do all the paperwork, and the lady told me that based on my background, I had an engineering background, I should find an internship very easily. And the reality was far, far from the truth. And it's not just me, I'm not just talking from my experience, but I see hundreds of people that studied with me, none of them, from my awareness, got any internship in their previous fields. All of us went to do small jobs in hotels, in fast food, in coffee shops, and that's how we made money on the side. I was fortunate enough to have some support from my family, but other people didn't. So please, if someone told you that you'll come here and based on your background, you're gonna find work very easily as a student initially, then in my experience, that wasn't the reality. Maybe some people do, but I'm talking about the 99% of people. So please be aware of this. Don't let people sell you dreams. Try to do your own diligence, and that's why I'm making this video, to be truthful to you. I'm not saying don't come, but I'm just saying be aware of people that sell you a dream that is not reality anymore. Because I see a lot of people here, a lot of my friends, they do 2 or 3 jobs just to be able to pay the bills, and those jobs, they're not even in their field, so they don't gain proper experience that will help them in why they even came in the first place. And that's why I recommend often freelancing, because you can still make some money. Initially, it's not as quick as going and doing some part-time job. You can still do that. But freelancing, what's good is that you gain experience in your field, in what you're doing, which you can showcase on LinkedIn, talking to recruiters, and you also earn money as well. So at some point, your part-time job could be your freelancing gigs. Instead of going and working in hotels and in stadiums like I did initially, you could directly start with freelancing even before coming to the UK, so you build up the momentum. So when you come to the UK, you already have a stream of income that you could use to pay for yourself and, you know, do the groceries, pay for the bills, etc. And if you're interested, I've made a video recently on how I made $50,000 on Upwork. So I share the tactics, how you do research, how you write proposals. So if this sounds interesting to you, I'll just link it here and in the description below for you. And if you're enjoying the video so far, remember to give it a like and subscribe to the channel. Please let me know in the comments if there are any angles you want me to cover more about this topic or anything else. I would be happy to read them all and try and make videos that will help you. Tip number 3 is leverage LinkedIn. LinkedIn will help you network with people, will help you reach out to recruiters, to business owners, and also showcase your skills. So I see LinkedIn as a twofold story. You have on one side the networking part of LinkedIn, where you speak to people, you speak to recruiters, you apply for jobs. That's the traditional LinkedIn way. And the other way is the content creator way, where you share content about what you're learning, about what you know, about your mistakes, your wins, and that way you build trust within your expertise. Let's say I see you posting content for 6 months regularly talking about specific topic, let's say marketing. One day when I decide to do something or hire someone, or if I just have a question, or if I need someone to consult for me, I will think of you, or you'll be one of those that I will think of. And this way you're building a reputation. You're not just using LinkedIn to your own advantage when you need it, you're also building something bigger, where you help others with your knowledge, where you're building trust with your audience, where you attract sponsorship deals as well. So you see LinkedIn as an overall investment where you give and take, and not just go and take, because most of the times when you're not active, your profile is not optimized, and you just go and reach out to recruiters just for your own sake and for your own benefits, it usually doesn't work out really well. And I've made videos before on LinkedIn, you can find them in the channel, but it's always better to minimum have the profile set up just to know how to use LinkedIn properly, because it can really help you boost your whole career, or minimum the initial start of your career. And if you're watching this video, you are planning to come to the UK, or maybe you already applied, or you just arrived, so you're in your early stages, be proactive. Don't miss the opportunity to start early. A lot of people I speak to, they only start to ask me the good questions when they graduate and they already have that piece of paper. But you've spent years already without being proactive at all. And studying is one thing, but being proactive on the side is another one. And try to be one. Tip number 4 is try to socialize, fit in, understand the culture. A lot of my friends here from a lot of different countries, they don't socialize enough. They stay between each other. I understand that you look for the comfort, but you traveled from so far. I don't know from where you're watching this video. Please tell me in the comments, I'm really curious, but you've traveled from so far away. You should come and try to open up a little bit to the world, to the culture, to people, to the food, to the activities, to the way of thinking, because that will make you more prone to attract interesting people, opportunities, and even just enjoying life in here. You know, I see a lot of people, they come to the UK and they directly look for people from their countries, and then all their time, apart from going to university or the job, they spend it within their own people and their own culture. I'm not saying this is a bad thing. I'm just saying that you should try and socialize more and try to fit in a foreign country, and that's how you can create something that is enjoyable and not feel like you're abroad and you're dreading living there and it's just good because there is work or there's better money, and then you just look forward every year to come back home and forget about what you have in real life. Life is meant to be enjoyed, in my opinion, and these small things, they do make a big difference. And people that I speak to that have a great experience in the UK are usually those that are very much open to the world. They try everything, they speak to people, they're open. Obviously, it doesn't mean don't speak to your own people, it just mean find a good balance. And tip number 5, this one is the one that stands out for me, and that's one of the first things that I did when I came to the UK, is that I tried to set my routine and my habits in here in the UK. What do I mean by it? I'm someone that enjoys to read, to play football, play tennis, be active, listen to music, stuff like this. And when I came to the UK, I had none of it. I just arrived, I didn't even know where was the gym, how can I even find a football team, a tennis courts, and all this stuff. So what I did is I actively looked in my university if I could play tennis, and I did find a tennis club, and I went and I paid for it. Then I looked on Google for football teams to play 5A-side football, and I found a group, and I reached out to a person that wanted someone in their team, and I went and I started to play with them, and I played for over a year with those guys. And things like this, you know, I came to the UK And initially I didn't feel very good, and it was just because I didn't set my habits and my routines in place. We are human beings, and human beings have routines. We have habits. There are things that we do automatically and things that make us feel good and energized. And for me, those were the things. So when I set them up, I started to feel really good. And a lot of people, what happens is when they come to the UK or any other country, when they leave their own country, they don't set those routines as a priority. They think university is a priority, paperwork is a priority, trying to fit in is a priority. And therefore they never do what they used to do. They made them happy in the UK. And then they think, why don't I feel good? What's happening to me? I feel low, I don't have energy, I feel sad. You might feel sad because you just didn't set up your own habits and routine in a foreign country. This one could be even tip number 1 for me, but I know a lot of people would want to hear more about the visa, how to fit in and all this kind of stuff, freelancing as well. But this one is, for me, is more important because when you have a little bit of peace of mind, when you feel good, you usually perform better, you study better, you work better, you fit in better. So I hope you enjoyed this one as well. And again, if you want to watch the freelancing video on Upwork, I will link it in here or in the description for you. You can go and watch it. A lot of people struggle to get their first projects on Upwork. It's because it's very competitive, you've never earned any money in there, but mostly because you don't know how to optimize your profile, how to research for projects, and also how to apply for them. And I will make sure to help you in it. Thank you for watching.